What's happening, fellow adventurers? New week, new build. I was really keen on trying one of these new Sacred Fists, right? Reason being because it's new, it's hot. You know, I'm a min-maxer. I can play a build, so then you guys don't have to play it because you know how good or bad it is. I was going to play Tabaxi, but we're just doing Asima. So, the thing is, Sacred Fist is obviously about hand wraps, but I felt like there wasn't much synergy between the Sacred Fist trees, the feats that you get, and hand wraps. So I've chosen to do daggers, right? The reason I chose daggers was because, like paladins and, you know, I guess clerics and favored souls get favored weapons daggers, right? If you go follow the blood of Vol. The thing with that is, the Vistani knife fighter tree is really strong, and the Sacred Fist tree has a lot of favored weapon damage. And if you get into the Divine Crusader tree, you can take the proficiency for the favored weapon if you're not one of the races that gets dagger as a favored weapon anyway. Now, the thing about Sacred Fist that is pretty cool, pretty different, is it gets Divine Dream. Divine Dream is charisma to hit and damage with key weapons, right? I thought key weapons was basically like, what, hand wraps, staves, staffs, and karmas, whatever. But it turns out this feat works with just any weapon if you're centered. So you can grab the feat from the Vistani Knife Fighter, which just makes you centered. Deadly Blades makes you centered, and then you can get charisma to hit and damage. So it makes the build easy. Max charisma, max con, points in dex for 2-weapon fighting, you're good to go. Yeah, so Sacred Fist is really weird. Not only because of like the synergy issues between like hand wraps and the enhancement tree, in my opinion. It's like, it gets the spells that are like Key Explosion, Incinerating Wave, and Key Bolt. They're all spells, right?
Have you ever done this on hard? What are the differences?
You fucking shut up. I'm trying to make a video. Jesus wept. So it's like spells, like Key Explosion, Incinerating Wave, and Key Bolt are like spells. So they're a bit of fire and force damage, and later on you can get them through light damage as well. And they scale with melee power, right? I thought they might scale with spell damage. We'll do some tests on that later. I don't know if that actually does. It's all about your melee power. But it's enough damage in like leveling. It's enough damage in leveling to like clear whole packs of mobs, make it really fun and really efficient. But you can't focus on it, right? Because if you focus on it, like what are you going to do? Just max your melee power? That's kind of normal to do anyway. But you actually want, maybe you can empower them. No, you can only quicken it. So you can't make these good enough to use in an end game, in my opinion. They do about 2,000 damage all up. And anyway, in saying that, another little fancy thing they get is the Sacred Flame toggle, which you get at level 1. So you get like your toggle, you know, your imbue, and you get your 1d6 fire damage. Then extra Imbue Dice, and up here it even becomes light damage, and light damage is pretty handy. And each of the cores gives you Imbue Dice, right? So then you got to focus then, am I going to focus on getting more Imbue Dice, or do I focus on getting more melee powers? So, I don't know, there's better players out there that can tell you that. I've just focused on everything. Alright, in this first part of Skellies, this is 2 videos in one. How to play Skellies, how to play Sacred Fist. This is a map, guys, of where to go. Whoops, shit. This map tells you like where to do all the searching, to find the runes, to unlock the middle rune. So each colour is like a set of 4 runes, and the main rune that it unlocks to unlock the door in the southeast. Makes sense? So you just see where you got to go, check where you are on the map, and just go there and hit the search button, basically, right? And someone's already been there. So kind. And that's how you do this part. And then when that's done, just head to the southeast and it's all over. Yeah, you see. So once you've got all the runes around the main rune, you can... Oop, careful. Oh, fuck, it's R1. You gotta play serious, dude. Fuck, what are you doing? Jesus wept. Gotta play a bit serious here, guys. Hit that rune. That lights up. Boom. Hang out in the southeast. You shouldn't wait. You should use that handy map that I showed you guys. It's DDO Skeletons in the Closet puzzle map or something. Use that. Carry your party. This guy's got the right idea. Lominal Aspen, we see you. So for this part here, easy enough, guys. This is 100% straightforward. I don't need to tell you. But, got a handy little tip. This guy here tries to blow you into the spikes. So, if you select him with tab, whatever you use, backspace, tab, and he's got a little white ring around him, he's selected, right? Because he moves and tries to confuse you, what'll happen is, if you've got him selected like this, you should stay on him when he moves. So he's selected, whatever. He's trying to blow me away. I thought he would have moved on it. And you can see the damage, guys. There's like nearly 1,000 there on that light imbue. So that's pretty handy. Not too bad. I might just jump into auto attack so I can. Oh, see, he's TP'd away. All right. Usually, if he's not marked, you can see the white ring stays around him, and his clones, which there's one over there. There's no white ring around him. That's how you can isolate which one's real, if you need to, without the mark of the hunter being there. All right, sweet. So the light damage, I don't think it scales with spell power. Just scales with melee power. The more Imbue Dice you can fit into the build, like the better. But then you're always sacrificing something else, right? And you've also got this handy little spell, tier 2, called Sacred Flame Empowerment. And what that does, for 20 seconds it gives you +3 Imbue Dice, and on a crit you do Bane damage, which scales with the amount of Imbue Dice you have. Does that make sense? Yeah. Of course that makes sense. 1d20 Bane damage per Imbue Dice that you have, scaling with 100% of your melee power, right? Cool, that's bulk dips. However, you've got to cast it like every 20 seconds, so it's not that good. Yeah. Anyway. When it comes to enhancements, like they were pretty tight, and I've just basically gone into like the Vistani and Sacred Fist trees and a little bit in Warsoul. Nothing else. Some other little low-level dips are probably strong, but I wanted to like get as much as I could out of these two trees, Sacred Fist and Vistani. Big one is this Rapid Slash though, because if you hit with it, it gives you 20 double strike, and the goal usually is to try and reach 100 double strike or 200, whatever you want to reach. But like 100 is double damage every shot, right? So I have 88 double strike, and every time I use Rapid Slash, it takes it up over 100. So every hit's doing double damage. How good! And it lasts as long as it takes, pretty much, to proc, right? Yeah, strong. I'm so fucking confused. Okay, so I didn't go pure Paladin to get the capstone. It seems very strong. It gives you +1 W with weapons. That's great. That is very strong. However, I kind of thought that like getting a level in Monk and a level in Favoured Soul would be better. Reason for the level in Favoured Soul, guys, is to get Divine Might, which is Charisma, to attack, damage, and the DC of your tactical feats, equal to half of the Charisma modifier. That's very strong. That is very, very strong. And the one level of Monk was to get, I think, Feats and a Stance. I had this grand idea that I'd get like all the way up. I'd get like the Grand Master of Fire Stance for the extra crit multiplier, or for the extra double shot if you're running in wind, whatever. But you don't get any feats as Paladin. It's really restrictive. So you might be asking yourself now, well, what feats did you take, JK DDO, my favourite min-maxer on YouTube? All the basic stuff that I always take on these kind of builds, guys. I just took like 2-weapon fighting line. However, I've mixed things up here and gone 2-weapon defense. Why? Someone mentioned to me that it's good because it gives a MRR capped raise. So instead of having 50 MRR, I can now get like 60, right? That's crazy. It's crazy high. Besides that, I got dodge and mobility and spring attack because I like to move it, right? You don't need to get that. You could just get 3 toughnesses if you really wanted to. It's up to you here. That's what I say about my builds. I'm not really a good min-maxer. I'm just pick flexible shit that I think is fun. Legendary toughness, so it looks like I know what I'm doing. If you jump into a group with heaps of HP, everyone's like, this guy knows what he's doing, when in reality, you're not doing anything. Legendary feats, I took Scion of the Ethereal Plane. And here's where I've got an issue. 5 melee power isn't good for my Imbue Dice, but 66 sneak attack is just bulk DPS. You should go Scion of Arborea, I think, and I might even swap to Scion of Arborea for that extra melee power, and just to see how much it affects the Imbue Dice. And I've already got like 250 melee power standing, I think. I lied. 288 melee power just cruising around. That's pretty good, but I got 300 standing. Might be pretty good. Anyway. Any other feats that I took that are important to talk about? Not really. No, nothing exciting, boys. The Destiny feats, they're pretty strong, and I think you should probably choose more carefully than I did. I have taken Deific Warding because I want to stay alive. I pretend I can run R10s. Embodiment of Law because it gives Imbue Dice and a bit of MRR. But you could argue here there is better feats there. Like, of course there is. You could get the one that gives helpless damage, blah, 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 blah. Perfect 2-weapon fighting because, well, I assume I should get it because it says it's perfect. And just double strike to increase my double strike. 5%, not a lot. However, the more you've got, the better. Now, let's talk about embodiment of law. I'm sure everyone knows where this is going. However, we'll still talk about it. If you go up to tier 5 in Divine Crusader, you get Law of the Divine. And that gives you the... If you don't have embodiment of law, if you do have embodiment of law, it gives you 1d6 law damage on each attack, scaling with melee power or something. So it's pretty strong. It's something like 400, 500, 300 damage a swing. It's a lot. It is a lot. But it's so heavily nerfed, like my base damage, I couldn't really convince myself to take it. Like, I tried it, it is good. But when I'm doing, like, let's say, an R6, 7, 8, 9, 10 quest, the thing that I'm looking to do in High Reapers, and even in raids to a degree, is just like high burst damage. And whether it be through a crit or through some kind of thing, I felt the base damage critting was better than like my non-critting embodiment of law feat. So that's why, for my epic destinies, I went all the way to the top in Grandmaster of Flowers instead. You could argue it doesn't make much difference and the damage isn't that great. And I agree, because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just making content, boys. When it comes to like gear and enhancements, if someone argued that I should be in tier 5 Vistani, yeah, I could cop that. The cleaves aren't very strong, really, so I might go to that as well. It's not like a perfect build, but I'm into cleaves, man. Look at this dance. Check this out. Check this out. Yo, how good! Fucking Michael Jackson over here. And there's another one, but it does the same kind of animation. And that's pretty cool. Now the gear. I don't know if people are into gear. If you like to know about like what gear I'm using, like let me know, because I don't know. Or if you think you know better gear, like let me know, because it's not perfect. It could be better. I agree, and there's a lot of like lazy choices here. So the set, Gem of Many Facets into Raven's Eye, like the last monk build I did. I wish my Gem of Many Facets was better, so I could get like another set, like, I don't know, whatever. Another set would just be good. Raptor Tooth Necklace, Enhanced Blood Rage and Relentless Fury is very strong. The Helm, which goes with the robe and the cloak again, it's the set bonus, the Dreadstalker, I think it's pretty strong. Admiral's Wrist Watch, just say that fucking 10 times really fast, boys. Admiral's Wrist Watch, Admiral's, anyway. It's just best for just getting all those accuracy, deadly, and arm-piercing things in one go, and it gives you the set bonus if that's what you're into. The artifact is just the ring. I haven't even like put all the slots in. I don't know what to do. Maybe it's not ideal. Boots, because I got speed on them and fire absorption. I don't fucking know. Golf's Mage Hand for some reason. The reason I'm wearing Golf's Mage Hand is because it's got Kinetic Law and Impulse. I wanted to see if it made my Incinerating Wave do more damage, right? There it goes. Boom. And you can like run after it and check that shit out. There it goes. Not much damage. So whatever you're into. I've also got gloves that I recommend wearing. Like none of these. I don't know. This is what I'm talking about. Like, I don't know. Rings. Like I don't know what to use for my second ring. What are these swaps here? Like Rock Slide Ring, Perfect Pinnacle, Signet of the Sky. Like I was checking out if Radiance affected my Imbue Dice, and like I don't think it does. I'm wearing Lindell's Mighty Belt because I'm a pally and it gives you extra lay on hands and extra smites. I'm gonna fucking die if I don't do something about this. Oh shit! You gotta stand when that skeleton dies. You gotta stand somewhere. Where are we standing, guys? Where are we standing? Hello? Is it here? It's here. So all the spells that pallies get are actually pretty strong, like the buffing ones. Specifically for me, Zeal is good, double strike. Angel Skin is great because it gives you PRR, MRR. Righteous Command is great because it gives you melee power. Bless, Prayer, I mean, someone else is probably going to cast them. Divine Favor doesn't stack with Prayer, I don't think. But when it comes to the enhancement kind of stuff, into combat, like what you do is use Vistani Fortune, Divine Might, Reaper Strike if you need to, and then like your Haste Boost, whatever else. You can have a swap for your Haste Boost into Prowess. I'm too lazy. Sorry, people I run with, sorry. Try and get in that Sacred Flame Empowerment somewhere in there, and just go to town. Just go to town, murder stuff, boys. Look at that damage. It's not very good, but look at that shit. So that's kind of what we're playing with here. If it's a pack of mobs, obviously I'd use my Drifting Lotus. I'm just in love with that AoE stun from Drifting Lotus. Yeah, that's what it looks like. How can we roar? He's gonna roar. Get to a platform. He's roaring. Get to a platform, guys. He's roaring. Get to a platform. Nice work, guys. Nice. That was smooth. So that's what I'm running with, guys. Like, I'd love to get some feedback. How can I make it better? What do I do? How do I get better? How do I make it better? How do I get better as a player? After that third tick of sonic damage goes past, you're safe. Oh shit! No, 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 no! Oh fuck! And here we go. Who's this? He's taking a lot of damage. So I guess at this stage, guys, like that's what it looks like. That's the Dagger Sacred Fist kind of build that I'm working with. The saves are great, by the way, but I'd love to know, like, if you guys think it can be improved in any way, like some permanent gloves, a permanent second ring, what could be there, you know? Let me know. Let me know in the comments, I guess. Hashtag like and subscribe. Yeah, boys.